means so much, especially in boxing. In MMA, I'm learning it doesn't mean as much, and what I mean by that is a 5-2 record really isn't that bad if it's been against the right people, okay? Depending on where it's been, what organization's been there. There's so many circuits out there in MMA that it's unbelievable, okay? And something we're looking at also down the road is maybe starting a boxing circuit, all right? And what I mean by boxing circuits, like Southeastern League. You got the World Series of Boxing over in Europe, and so on and so forth. Anyway, but let's get back to this racism in boxing. So racism in boxing, you damn right. Brian got in a couple of them groups. B-Box got in a couple of them groups. JB, J, whatever you want to call him. We call him B-Box around here. B-Boxer Brian. And he has gotten pissed off. Really gotten pissed off about some of the shit he's read in there. About this shit about the ducking shit about Ward and Golovkin. The shit about, the Chocolatito stuff about him not being pound for pound. Shouldn't be in the top 5. Shouldn't be number 1. Like, man, does anybody ever watch this guy fight? And guys talking about Lomachenko pisses him off because you look at his cover photo, man. I just got him on social media, period. He's never been on it. He don't care about stuff like that. All he cared about was fighting, training, helping kids, before. That's all he cared about. I'm not going to lie. That's really how he was. I do have to do a couple commercials, guys. They're for every show now. I got commercials for every show. And I don't have the stuff with me to download them. I don't have that file and this set up here, so, or not to download them, but to make them part of the podcast. So if I word for word, they may not be the same. First off, we're going to go with JustBedsOnTheWeb.com. That's right, Just Beds. $289 for a queen-size perfect sleeper. That's right, sort of perfect sleeper, queen-size, $289.99. Unbelievable. That's twin, full, or queen. 36 months, no interest. The sale of a lifetime going on right now at Just Beds. Find out your closest location at Just Beds on the web. Been serving the CSRA right here for over 20 years. That's right, for over 20 years. They are America. They are the server of America's mattress, guys. They got them all. They got everything. Yeah, they can compete with any mattress company in America, bar none. Home of America's mattress. That's JustBedsOnTheWeb.com or Just Beds. 6 different locations here in the CSRA. You got Sweetwater, North Augusta, Thompson, Hepzibah. If I get one wrong, I'm sorry, and that's Aiken. I believe it was the last one. And JustBedsOnTheWeb.com. JustBedsOnTheWeb.com. Go to JustBedsOnTheWeb.com for your chance right now at a $289 sort of perfect sleeper. My Lord, I remember how rare that was just a couple weeks ago. I mean, not a couple weeks ago, but a couple years ago. Like I said, these commercials, throw them on. Blah. Next, Fred's. Hey, man, what time is it? It's tax time, guys. It is tax time, so it's time to save some money. Everybody's waiting to get their WT back. We're going to run on down there to H&R Block. We're going to run on down there to, Jackson Hewitt. We're going to run on down there wherever, try to get that instant refund. All right? Well, I don't get none of them. Don't get none. They limit you on those. A bunch of likes on Twitter for something, don't care what it's for. Hopefully it's for the podcast. It's going live on Twitter. Facebook, they don't go live still for some reason. It ain't lining up right. I don't know. We go through Spreaker is where we started, and they got the damn inside track for Facebook and Twitter. But not. We use SoundCloud. I mean, we go through Spreaker, Podbean, Buzzsprout, Audacity Podcast, Podmaster, Podmatic, We got so many hosting stations, it's crazy. Plus, we're on the Big Dog AM radio and all throughout the state of Georgia. 1480 AM, 520 AM, 580 AM, 1420 AM. I know that sounds crazy. I think it's 1260 AM, depending on where you're at. We're also on 95.3 Rock, certain nights of the week. And we're going on for Twitter right now. Eduardo loves a post by DaProfit says, and also by Brian, is retweeted by Brian. Okay. Original post from FightServe. Okay, it's probably an announcement of the podcast coming up. And is there racism in boxing? Hell yes, there's racism in boxing. There's racism toward everything I just mentioned earlier. I don't care if you're Hispanic. I don't care what you are. It's there, guys. It's there. And, you know, there's such bigger issues to worry about in boxing than some of the stuff I see on these pages. Like this. This is a big issue, man. Racism in boxing is a big deal. You think I'm lying to you? I want y'all to go to, just go tomorrow. I'm going to give y'all about 3 or 4 pages to go to. Go to IOTB Boxing Talk. If you're a member. Alright? There's a person. I'm no longer a member somehow. I really don't give a damn. I'm a member of so many. I don't care. I don't follow but one. That's all I deal with, and that is TCR, the championship round. That's where it's the only place they're at. It's the only place the real knowledge is, and it's on Facebook to me. They are Facebook's #1 boxing group, bar none. TCR, the championship rounds. Shout out to Benny Escobedo, Antonio Cizio. I'm not sure how to say your last name, Antonio. Carlos. Shout out to Carlos. Shout out to Mark Coonan. These are good guys, man. They know the sport. All of them know the sport. Frank knows the sport. That's Mark Burrow, I think. These guys know the sport. There's so many. Dwight knows the sport on that page. There's so many on that page. They're knowledgeable. I notice IBNs on that page now and then. This guy is very knowledgeable, man. He's real knowledgeable, IBN is. And he was part of the FightServe thing and the Fallout thing, and it's all neither here nor there now. It's over. It's done with. But that doesn't change the fact that he's knowledgeable. I'm knowledgeable. He's a student of knowledge too, and I love that. That was one of my biggest things about him. I really loved about him. Following your boy Ishay and Zaire Raheem and Terrence Coffin was up there. I wasn't even thinking about it before, but fought up in Philly. Talking to IVN, Daoud, what are you going to call it? Fought up in Philly. This was back in 96 at the box office. If I'm not mistaken, it was 96 at the box office. And, you know, Jacob, he was pretty young at the time. He was 17, just turned 17. Or, yeah. See, he was born in 79. He's 35, 36. He's 36 now. He might be 37. Be 37 this year. And, man, he was phenomenal. You know, Terrence Coffin is who beat him. If I'm not mistaken, Terrence was out of Philadelphia originally. He beat a Philly fighter first round. Beat another fighter out of the Bronx the second round. And lost to Terrence Coffin third round. This is the year that the trials were down here in Augusta. The actual finals was in Augusta. And we did have one representative out of Augusta, Mitchum. Brandon Mitchum was a representative, you know, at that time. But he wasn't really from Augusta so much, but he was a representative out of Augusta. Just like Jay, you know, he's not from Augusta. He's from over... he went to Academy Richard County, which was a high school I went to. Me and Vernon went to, too. He, like I told you, go to IOTBA Boxing Talk, go to Just Saying Boxing Talk, go to the Boxing Lounge, go to, let's see, if I know one, Talk Shit in Boxing or some shit like that it's called. I don't really remember. The Anti-Association of Boxing or the Association of Boxing. I don't remember, something like that. You stay out of TCR because it don't happen there. None of that nonsense happens there. Stay out of there. Pure boxing, I haven't seen nothing like that since starting in there. Hardcore isn't nowhere near as bad as them other groups. As far as that goes. But it's in there. It's in there. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely in there. I won't call out no names. Now, the post that Brian did earlier today on Facebook, I got tickled because I know that guy that originally posted that, and he loves Floyd, hates Triple G, loves Andre Ward. It's amazing. You know what amazes me, guys, is Ward and Floyd didn't really like each other. Okay, they're most of their careers. All right, it wasn't the bestest of friends. Golovkin and Ward were better friends than Floyd and Ward was. There for a little while, alright? This thing happened with the 154 to 168 thing. Yes, it was said. Was it said by Gennady Golovkin? No, it was not. No, it wasn't. Tom Loeffler said it, okay? And he did. Abel Sanchez, his team got a big mouth. Triple G's team got a big mouth. Said that 154 to 168, they'll fight anybody. They were trying to basically get a match for Carl Frog. Okay? Well, everybody wants that match right now because Carl, he's getting up there in age. Alright. Could Golovkin beat him right now? Oh, well, hell yes. I believe Golovkin could probably beat any super middleweight right now other than Andre Ward. I mean, I'm talking about damn near guaranteed. Damn near guaranteed. Another thing we was reading on them pages or about it was the Billy Joe Saunders and Golovkin thing. $6 million. He shouldn't take it. He shouldn't take him. Man, Billy Joe Saunders can fight 3 fights. He's not going to make that $6 million, okay? He needs to take that fight. He better take that Gennady Golovkin fight. $6 million because I'm going to tell you something. Billy Joe Saunders was a pretty good boxer, man. He's beat Chris Eubank Jr. He's beat Andy Lee. That's 2 premier middleweight boxers. 2 premier middleweight boxers. And then I seen something. Why is Triple G ducking Chris Eubank Jr.? Oh my Lord. Y'all got to stop, man. Y'all have to stop this. This is ridiculous. This is plumb ridiculous. He hasn't fought nobody. I tell you what, guys. Y'all respect Darnell Boone? Anybody in this box group respect Darnell Boone? If you don't, you're an idiot. Okay? You're an idiot if you not respect Darnell Boone. Plain and simple. We did an interview with him not too long ago on one of our podcasts. Me and the professor did, and listen to what he says. He'll probably tell you the truth. He is better than what they hype him up to be. Golovkin is better than hyped up to be. All right. He is actually better. That was the exact words he used. He is actually better than they say he is. Wow. Now, I knew the guy was good. Okay, you don't get to 345 and 5 as an amateur and not be good. Plain and simple. That no defense bullshit. Flat-footed, blah, blah, blah. Don't have no footwork. All that shit, that's just the biggest bunch of dumb shit I've ever heard in my life, okay? It's ignorance. Plumb ignorance. That's proof you don't know nothing about boxing. You don't know how to break down a fighter at all. There's so many more boxers out there that people claim to be great and I'll go ahead and tell you one, Keith Thurman. He's got a tail, man. This guy's got a tail that you can see on TV, much less standing across from him. Find one on Golovkin. Find one on him. Find. Tell me how you throw a jab perfectly. The quickest way to throw a jab. B.Boxer's about to start doing some stuff on Twitter, man. Follow him. Brian_Boxer. At Brian_Boxer. You're getting short, quick training, technical advice. He's a beast. This guy's a beast, man. He teaches you how to quicken your jab. highlight one.